It's make-believe. Children love it.
My name is Joey the Clown. Are you having a wonderful, wonderful time?
The audience makes the show.
He won't come up here. He knows I'm here.
It's got to frighten the children.
Punch and Judy is over 350 years old. He used to call the seaside home, but now the beaches in Britain are almost empty, and Punch's story is told at private events and fetes. But who was able to create Mr. Punch's famous features?
I was what they call a child sort of prodigy. I could draw and paint. At 5, I actually went to a special school which taught me to even draw and paint more, because I could draw and paint at that stage. You either you can do it or you can't do it, you know. So I decided I can make my own puppets. So I got all my plasticine and my bits of paper and paste. My mum, who was a dressmaker, wonderful, having a mum as a dressmaker, no good at anything else, but as a dressmaker she was good. She made the clothes for the puppets, so I made my own puppets. And now I'm the main source of puppets, not just in this country, all over the world I'm making puppets. You know, and they're like in Germany it's Casper, make their puppets. In France it's Guillaume. In Hungary it's Kadagouche. In Russia it's Petushka. I make their puppets because there's no more wood carvers.
The puppet that Samuel Pepys saw wasn't the puppet that we've got today. It was more like one of these, which this is a marionette.
It's down to the professors of Punch and Judy to keep the tradition alive and educate the next generation.
And it had a big long bar.
Of course, it's also their job to entertain.
The basic story of Mr. Punch is traditional. I mean, there's always Punch, Judy and the baby, and then the policeman, who was in times gone by a beadle, because there was an old-fashioned policeman. So it always should start like that. This is the way I feel anyway. And it should always end with the devil, because the story goes that he was a man born of 2 fathers, a godly man who lived on the hill, and not so very nice man who lived next to the bordello, or in the town. So he could do all these really wicked things and go around and bash everybody with his stick and kill his wife and throw his children down the stairs and all these really good stuff. But in the end, he triumphs over the devil. So he beats the devil, which restores his good side to come back and do his show again. So he said, if you're going to treat me like a fool, I'll wear the fool's colours. But in the end, I'll defeat the devil.
Hello, boys and girls! I said, hello, boys and girls! My name is Joey the Clown. Are you having a wonderful, wonderful time? I'm having a rubbish day.
Being Mr. Punch may seem like a strange career choice for some people, but it's often passed down through the family, man to man.
Well, I'm a second generation Punch and Judy man. So my dad was a Punch and Judy man. And I used to go out with him from when I was 5 years old. And my first job was looking after his false teeth. So I was the keeper of the teeth. So because he had false teeth, he used to get into the show and give me his false teeth, which I used to put in a white handkerchief and keep those until it had finished and give them back, and he used to go out and say goodbye to the boys and girls. So that was my first job, and then I used to hang his puppets up on the hooks, sometimes on the right hooks and sometimes not. And when he threw them on the floor, I used to pick them up and hang them back up or put them in the net or wherever. Then I progressed to standing on a box with a puppet on one hand. And then I used to work the outside of the show. So I used to do the boxing match, so I used to be the second. So I used to have a baby's bottle and give the boxers a drink, and have a towel that I used to flap about and blow their noses and throw water on the audience and stuff like that. So when I was about 9, and then I used to clown with them as well. So it all sort of started from there. And then when I was sort of, when I was 6 or 7, when I wasn't very well, I used to get Mr. Punch to cuddle. Hence the reason I am what I am today, really.
Good night! Good night!
Some people go to extreme lengths for Punch and Judy, even letting it take over their home.
Most of the stuff, I know when I bought it, and I know roughly what it's worth, and a lot of it is intrinsically worth nothing. I've probably, not counting the pictures, and there are probably on the walls at the moment something like 25, 30 pictures around the house. But I have to say I keep all the Punch stuff to one side of the house, one half of the house. Otherwise it'd take over the garage, it would let it creep. So probably about 25 pictures. But the other stuff, maybe 120, 140 pieces, something like that.
He won't come up here, he knows I'm here.
So far I've learnt how to tell the story of Punch and Judy. I know which characters to put in the play. It's now time to put in a swazel and learn how to do his famous voice.
It's all of it. It changes. So.
Try moving it around where it is on the roof of your mouth, because different people have different. God, need more. Put the shapes more in your mouth.
What this one did was got chucked around.
I don't think I've quite got it just yet. I'm definitely not ready to teach a class. There's one more lesson to learn first, and that is...
Everybody loves the Punch and Judy show. There are some people that think it's politically incorrect. Rubbish. Knockabout comedy. That's called a slapstick. That's where the word slapstick comedy comes from. Keystone Cops, Tom and Jerry. Puppets are great at hitting each other, you know. Mr. Punch no more encourages violence than Goldilocks encourages squatting. It's make-believe. Children love it. What makes a child laugh? Man slips over on a banana skin or dives into a swimming pool and there's no water in it. The kids think it's fantastic. Every fairy story, a nursery rhyme, has got an element of wickedness, mischievousness about it. Ring-a-ring-a-roses, about the black plague. You know, ride a cock horse, I won't tell you that one. But you know, so this is it. Red Riding Hood, the big wolf, it's got to frighten the children. Snow White, the Wicked Queen. Saying we didn't have all this. Children would grow up mamby-pamby. To me, children are much better now than they've ever been, and they love Punch and Judy. Someone once asked me when they were starting out, what makes a good show? I said, be seen, be heard, be good. There's no other answer, is there really?
It's goodbye from Mr. Punch. Give him a round of applause. Bye-bye!